Hi guys, welcome to Nicole Knows. Today I want to tell you about new year, new me. Okay, we all set these goals that sometimes we just can't complete. We want to be better in the new year, but we set these unrealistic goals and let's put it out there. You're not going to complete them. You're not going to do what you want it to do. You may not be what you want it to be. But I'm not here to discourage you. I'm here to help you so that you can complete those goals and you can be what you want to be. First off, don't change, just make improvements. You changing is not benefiting yourself. Because for one, this is all about you. It's not about anybody else. So you changing and trying to be something that you're not, it's not going to work. And you shouldn't try to change. You should love yourself. You should be what you are already. Just make improvements. That's all. And when I say just make improvements, I mean you don't have to be new, but you just need to focus more on your goals that you do set. And by that, you can write them down. You can set deadlines for yourself. You can push yourself a little bit better when you have a clear and concise plan. And by doing that, you can buy a planner, or we all have smartphones nowadays. You can put, your daily activities. You can plan out in your phone. You can put on the calendar, you can write what you want to do that day, and that might work better for you because it pops up on you, as in a notification. But if not, if you're a writer and you like to write and you like to read in your planner, I think that works too. And I've just recently started using mine, and I found that it kind of helps me a little bit. I'm not as good at it as I would like to be, but it does help me see, like, okay, this is my week ahead, and these are the things that I hope to accomplish by, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. I try to write down everything that I want to do each day, and I'm getting better at it because it's starting to become a habit, but we'll get to that later. So once you write them down, make deadlines for yourself. So, try to finish them at a reasonable time. In the new year, you're going to want to do things, but you never really set deadlines. You never said, okay, well, I want to do this by this time. And a perfect example for me is I want to move to New York City. This is just an example. Obviously, I want to move to New York City because that's just me. Anybody that knows me knows I want to, but this is just an example. I want to move to New York City by the end of 2018. So here we are. That's my deadline, by the end of 2018. I feel like once okay, this is what I want to do by this time, you start to work towards that goal. And so let's get into it. Don't make unrealistic goals. So while that seems unrealistic for me right now in 2018, let's say it is a realistic goal. However, I know myself. Am I really going to be able to accomplish this goal in by the end of 2018 right now, where I'm at right now? No. No. I've always told myself I want to, move to New York City when I graduate college. Okay, well, here it is 2 years after I've graduated college, and I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. So, you got to set realistic goals. You got to know yourself. Set ones that you know you can accomplish. So, I think that it's helpful to, when you set unrealistic goals, that they might not be as unrealistic as you think that they are. So let's say that I am in a position that by the end of this year I could move to New York City. What am I going to do to get there? What is going to get me from point A to point B, from January 1st to December 31st of 2018? You make small goals. You make small little steps, and boom, you're there. So for example, I would say, okay, well, I want to move. So what do I need to move? You need money. So I'm going to save money. I'm going to have this amount of money saved by June. That's a small goal. It's realistic. It's doable. I know myself. So I know that I can, save by this time. I know what I can save by June because am I a big spender? Not really. I'm very cheap. Very, very frugal. So I know that saving for me will be easy. What else do you need? Well, you need to find a job. Okay. Well, I'm going to find a job by July of 2018. That way I know myself is secure. Well, by that time, you might be able to move before December 31st. Obviously, that's by the end of the year. So, once you put certain goals, certain small goals into reality, I think that when you accomplish those, that big goal that we may seem unrealistic at the time may actually become realistic. And I think that it's important for you to take small steps. Not even just with moving, just with anything you do. If you want to lose weight next year, Are you going to completely stop your diet and just change it and go to the gym every day? Probably not. Let me tell you why. Because that's unrealistic. Like, we can't just turn our diets around because we want to lose weight. I mean, it's just not easy. I've tried it. You fall back into eating crappy. I mean, it's just not easy. So find what works for you, because you know yourself. Only you can accomplish, losing how many pounds you want to lose, or toning how you want to tone. You just gotta know yourself and choose ways that yourself will agree with. You see what I'm saying here? If you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna be vegan, and it's pretty hard if you were eating the way you were eating before. It's pretty hard if you were eating meat, dairy, all that good stuff. So, like, you see, that's unrealistic for you to just automatically change, because you might get burnt out by the first week. So make small steps. Take small steps, and then that big goal will become reality. I can promise you that. I really can. And that takes me to my next point is make tweaks. We all want to be better, but you don't want to force it. That goes back to me saying, don't become a new you, or don't change yourself. Just tweak yourself a little bit. We all have our bad habits, but let's work on them. Let's say, okay, you know what? I need to stop doing this. So this is how I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to make it a habit. My bad habit is always worrying about money. Always worrying that I'm never going to have enough. And while I'm living comfortably, I always want more, but I always get worried, like, oh, I can't spend too much because I'm going to run out. Well, how do I change that? How do I tweak that attitude? You kind of just think, okay, that's not real. You're not going to run out of money. You got money in your savings. Come on, girl. You kind of talk to yourself and you motivate yourself, which is my next point, is define motivation. My motivation is my little girl, my baby girl. My little girl has always been my motivation, even before she was here. I always thought to myself, before I have kids, I want to build an empire. I want them to see their mommy doing something and be proud of their mommy. Like, when I say I want to live in New York City eventually, that is a goal. Right now, it may not be a realistic one, but it will be when I get there. And she's my motivation. She's my driving force, because when I see her little face, I want her to know mommy can do whatever she wants to do. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I want to be successful, and I want her to be proud of me. So I want her to say, well, mommy's successful. Mommy did it. What do I need to do so I can do that too? And so I think that you need to find your motivation. Sometimes we gotta motivate ourselves. Believe me, there are days where I'm like, I have no motivation. I mean, it takes me a while to do things because I get lazy and I get unmotivated. But then I'm like, girl, what are you really working for? Not only am I working for my family and for my baby, but I'm working for myself too. Like, I want to be happy too. Like, I want to enjoy my life too. Like, I don't want to just be bleh and not do anything. Like, this is real for me too, So find your motivation. And I think that once you do, it pushes you and it drives you. And believe me, there are some days you would not be motivated. But if you find your motivation and you push through, it'll come through for you. It will. I promise you. And that goes to my next point, which is don't fall back into old habits, which I kind of said earlier. If you kind of just jump into something, it's easier to kind of quit it than it would be to continue it. So when I say don't fall back into old habits, which kind of goes back to, like, another example is, the losing weight thing. When you jump into it so quickly and so, like, big, like making these big changes right now, I think it's easier for us to fail. But if you start off small things become a habit. Like, for me, I don't like eating processed junk food. Now, every now and again, I'll have your Krispy Kreme donut. But when I say, like, I used to love Twinkies, like, I think me slowly not eating them and replacing them with fruits really became habit for me. And now I find those disgusting. Like, I find packaged, sweets disgusting. And this is just my preference. Not, I'm not judging anybody, believe me. I love me some sweets. But now I find them disgusting because I was able to, like, wean myself off because I started small. I would just kind of replace a Twinkie with, like, a banana. And now I'd rather have a banana over a Twinkie. When I used to love them, I used to love that stuff. Or I used to love popping juice, but I slowly just started drinking more water, and now I don't even have a taste for it. I might have a juice once a month, if that, and I hardly ever drink pop. So you see what I'm saying? I started small, weaned myself out of those bad habits, but now I have new habits which are better. So, you know, don't fall into those old habits. Just don't do it. Start small and you won't do it. Your new better you will become habit, and it'll be so much better. Just remember, make small changes first and the big ones will come. You make small changes and you'll work into the big ones, and you'll achieve your goals. Like, you'll be amazed. Like, I want you guys to do better. I want you to know that just because January 1st is around the corner does not mean you have to start right on January 1st. If you feel like, okay, I want to make this change, but I don't know when I'm ready, that is fine. You have January 1st, February 1st, March 1st. You have the whole year. And for many of us, we always say, well, at the beginning of the year, this is going to be my start, blah, 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 blah. No. Don't get it twisted. This is about the new year, new you. But I also want this video to be a motivation for you to know that if you fail and you don't start on January 1st, that's okay. You can still complete your goals. You can still set yourself goals and deadlines in the middle of the year. We all are going to fail. We're all not going to be, able to do what we want to do on January 1st. It's just not going to always happen. So I think that you need to take it in consideration that just because it's a new year means you still have new months. You have new days. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new opportunity. And remember that you can complete whatever goal you might set. Every hour is a new hour. It doesn't matter when you say, okay, I'm going to start. You just do it. You just do it. So I want this video to be a motivation for you. Like, you can complete those unrealistic goals I talked about. You really can make them realistic, but you just got to start small and work into those big ones. That's all you have to do. So I hope this video really motivates you and really helps you. And if it does, or you have questions and you feel like you want some guidance, I'm more than happy to chat with you. Just hit me up in the comment section, or at the end of this video you'll see a list of all my social media. You can hit me up on social media. I want you guys to talk to me. Let me know how you like this, and I want to hear from you. And I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. Again, these are not professional tips. These are just tips from my own personal experience that I found works for me, and I hope that they work for you. I feel like there are things you can take in consideration. You can learn from each other, and I hope that you guys learn from me. So thank you again for visiting Nicole Knows, and thank you for watching this video and taking the time out of your day. Follow me on social media. A list will be coming up shortly. Thank you.